everybody. Welcome to There and Back Again. Season awesome episode. Say hi to your mother for me. It's fun times. But today, Mark Wahlberg type of comment there. Today, I have with me my compadre, my compatriot, my brother in arms, all these fun things. Patrick Sturdivant. Say hey to the millions of viewers there, Patty boy.
Hello to our millions and millions of viewers. We are streaming across the YouTube. Back again.
Yes.
In front of your eyes, in your ears, here to cause some trouble, I'm sure.
It's fun time. So, Slan Chevet to you, my friend. And Clinky, we used to do these in person when I was in Texas still, but now I'm up in the lovely exotic land of western central Illinois. So
yeah, how cold is it up there right now?
Right now, it's not bad, man. It's only like 30-something degrees right now. But next week, Linnea and the family's coming up to visit us. And the day they get here, the high's like 12. And the low's like remember from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? What's the temperature outside? 1.
Uh-huh.
So that's
I
what's
can't do it.
next week.
It's a nice 58, 60 degrees here.
Oh man,
cannot complain. I recorded all of my my donor videos
outside.
And I'm sure everyone was jealous because I'm it's green grass and sunny and not gray and cold.
I tell you, you should come up here when it's like snowed 1.5 feet and we'll do one outside. Please send money now so we can get clothing that keeps us warm.
We'll do one outside without shirts on.
That's exactly it. I think so. That'll be the highest viewed. I'm sure Erica would love that. So
yeah. My bosses would definitely appreciate one of their employees on a podcast just shirtless.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. People, the Saints from Emmanuel and the Student Center, be like, there was a probationary period here, a few months, and I'll be like, I passed it though. That was yesterday, so snooze you lose. Now you get Bert the pastor from now on. So
we'll just do the Hot Ones challenge with the college kids again, and dude, it'll be fun.
You're gonna have to come up. We got that chicks on the square challenge, and I didn't realize these chicken fingers they have. They're not chicken fingers. They're like chicken fingers on steroids. It's like John Cena chicken fingers. They're huge.
Okay.
And I was able to get through like 3.5 of them, and then I tapped out. So it's gonna be.
How many do you have to eat in the challenge?
It's like 20-something of them, 24, something like that.
Split between 2 people.
Split between 2 people. So you got to really go to town, and then it's like a whole pie, like a cream pie and stuff, and all this. It's like, man, it's nuts. So,
I watch a lot of competitive eating on YouTube. So
yeah, I do too.
I think I could do it.
I think we could do it. I think if you and I are determined and resolved, we can do it. Hey, that transition to what we're talking about today. Beautiful transition.
It wasn't planned at all.
No, not planned. We didn't talk about this prior to at all. So yeah, just resolutions. It's what everyone's doing, right? Do you have any? Do you do any resolutions this year, Patty?
I am of the court that I once upon a time made resolutions, and then I stopped because I never completed them.
Yeah,
it's hard to lose weight when you love hamburgers as much as I do and hate exercising.
Yeah. And you know what? You'll live long anyways. Churchill smoked cigars every day, drank 2 bottles of champagne a day, and lived to be 90. So
exactly. Yeah.
That's really my diet is cigars and champagne every day. And I actually said that to Allison one time. You really should drink champagne every day because every day is a celebration from the Lord. But she didn't buy it. So
I could see how that would come across as probably not in the best light. Yeah.
So it's I don't know.
Resolutions for me, it's one of those things like every time I hear someone talk about resolutions, it's always in the I'm going to lose weight.
Right.
Or I'm going to make more money.
Right.
Or I'm not going to do this pet bad habit or this pet sin.
Right.
And that's all it ever is.
Right.
Do you have any resolutions this year?
Allison, we sat down, I think it was like, I can't remember. What were we watching when we did the resolutions, Allison? We were watching a movie. Yeah, you're Alice. What were we watching? We were watching a movie. What? The Santa Clauses? Oh yeah, we were watching the Santa Clauses on Disney Plus, and she's like,
Oh,
"Well, let's
yep.
do this. Everyone has a resolution each month, and then you have one thing you loved, one thing not you regret, but kind of like I wish I'd done it differently in 2023, and then one thing you wish you could do again, either from 2023 or some other time." And so we go through all 12, and I had lose 50 pounds, and what else did I have?
Which you did lose a decent amount of weight.
Yep,
last
it's
year.
there. Yeah, last year lost some, trying again this year, but
Yeah.
now, it's and it's easier now. There aren't a million fast food places right by my house, so it's kind of helpful. There's no Whataburger anymore. There's no fajitas. All these
But
things.
you probably have a Portillo's at least
Peoria,
an hour and a half
Peoria,
away.
Peoria. Yep,
Yeah.
I've been
So
to
there you
Portillo's
go.
already twice. So,
Oh,
got the
I bet
chocolate
Ty
cake
Guy was
shake.
so happy.
Thai guys
I
like
bet Ty Guy
chocolate
was
cakes,
freaking
and
out.
then we drive up in seasonal. They have a peppermint chocolate cake shake. So Thai guys like, take my money, even though it's my daddy's money, take it. So, but no, so you have that. Then I had read the Bible a certain amount of times this year, learn by heart 12 hymns, learn by heart 12 psalms. So some of them, and then one was walk every day, simple little things, but
Yep.
it's not bad to have resolutions, but if that then burdens and guilts you every
Right.
single day of the new year, and
that's just what you're living in. You're living
Yeah.
in the constant. I mean, we already live in this fallen state, and now we're constantly reminded that we're not losing that weight.
right. Well, and that's the thing.
We're not. Yeah.
You kind of jump off the wagon. You hop, and it's like, fine. I'm not let's take the reading of the Bible, for instance. I mean, is it good to read more of the Bible every year? Yeah, of course it is. But if you're not devouring it like you said you were, then you're like, oh, I'm just gonna, stick to this instead, or I'll get what I need on Sunday.
Yeah.
Or drinking a gallon of water a day. It's actually pretty hard to drink a gallon of water a day. I mean,
Yep.
and everyone's like, oh,
and
so easy.
And you have to be doing a decent amount of physical activity to actually make that healthy too.
You can't just be sitting there chugging a gallon of water. You actually got to be moving. But I was watching, like I mentioned earlier, the New Heights. The Jason and Travis Kelce's podcast, and they had Casey on, and they were talking about resolutions. And when she brought up Lent, and Travis Kelce was like, "Oh, what's Lent? I don't know what that is." And even non-church people know what Lent is. And it hit me as I was listening to it, the reality of resolutions. And it's kind of neat that January 1st is the circumcision of our Lord. And you think, what's happening at the circumcision? But you have the circumcision of our Lord. And the reality is we all have resolutions. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Or even better, I want to be more Christ-like. That's what every Christian kind of should say. But then it's like, well, what did Jesus do? He placed himself under the law for us and did it. He fulfilled it. He kept it. Oh, there's the big guy. He's like, oh, man, what is that?
It's Mr. Bill.
Oh, man, that's terrifying. Patrick's got some doll. That's scary.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Man,
my
dolls.
dog is wrecking our podcast.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's. I was expecting one of the boys to, Manny, to run back and, tip the books over and knock it over or something. But man, Arlo, what's up, dude? You know what's funny is what'll end up happening with the podcast is the dog will be more popular than either you or me.
Oh, that's 100% it. 100%.
Be like, why do you turn into these two guys? Oh, I don't care what they're saying. I just like the dog. So
yeah, and I mean, and that's like the trashmen.
Yeah.
Trashmen know me. Yeah, sure, but they also know the dog.
Yeah, exactly.
The neighbors and the UPS drivers
and
everything. Yeah.
But it's just so funny with resolutions. We fail, Christ does not. And that's how I see resolutions is you're newly baptized into Christ. You have these good desires. So do them, but do them because you're baptized. Do them because Christ has done it for you already. Don't do it to find satisfaction and fulfillment and meaning. Do it because Christ has gone before you.
Yeah, and so often you become your own God when
Right.
you're attempting to fulfill the
Right.
resolutions. Like you're literally saying, like, I am doing this, I am becoming this, I am
Right.
doing these things. When ultimately the only reason we're able to do these things in the first place is because of Christ.
Right.
It's because of our salvation.
Right.
Otherwise, we're out of luck.
Right.
And so the only reason that we should even make these resolutions, I think, is because we know that if we accomplish them, the only reason we did accomplish them is because
Right. Christ has done it already.
I mean?
He's already gone before you through it. He's gone through life for you. He's fulfilled the law for you. He's died for you. He's gone into hell for you. He's gone under the Father for you. So now you walk in a free and merry spirit in these things. So
Right.
that's kind of thing. So go ahead and do the resolutions, but don't have it like, okay, I didn't keep them last year, so last year's a toss. It's trash. And this year I kept them, so this is a good year. Well, no. God keeps you on this earth as long as he wants to. And guess what? Your name's already written in heaven. So keep the resolutions that way.
And I mean, and I think that's encouragement for someone like me too, to continue or to restart making the resolutions.
Right.
And essentially, like, no, it's not, the losing the weight is probably not the best resolution, but doing things like that we're only going to be able to do ultimately by the sheer grace of God. Those are the resolutions we want to make, because those are ultimately the resolutions we're going to keep: reading the Bibles, praying every day, making sure that we're staying true to our baptism and remembering our baptism. I mean, I think that's probably the best resolution, or one of the best resolutions you can have, is just, I'm going to remember my baptism every single day.
Well, it's like maybe the one resolution should be live like I'm baptized.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then that's everything.
Yeah.
What was it? Buto used to say, eat like I'm baptized.
Yep.
Pray like you're baptized, worship like you're baptized, sing like you're baptized, love your neighbor like you're baptized. And that's the thing, is everything is because you're baptized. So, well, we
learned something today, though.
Yeah.
Not only about resolutions, but every time we record this podcast from now on, I'm putting the dog up.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I'm just going to be playing fetch the entire podcast.
It's going to be funny. We'll put
that in. That's what we'll do.
It'll be the first podcast. You throwing that, we'll have like 5,000 views. Second podcast without him,
me
like two views, nothing.
The only reason I put them on mute. I just watched this dude play fetch with his dog for 45
Yeah, I didn't listen to a thing these two guys had to say.
Yeah.
I just watched him play fetch with the dog, and that's it.
He was just throwing Mr. Bill around. So there we go.
Oh, good night. I love it. I love it. Well, that's our first time on this channel, at least. So I thought it was fun times.
It's good. It's good to be back, man.
It's good to be back, baby.
I mean, we're not in person, but we're with each other in spirit.
Yep. We are indeed. We are indeed.
I mean? We're
if you want to be
back again between now and Sunday, like this is how we live the baptized life.
And you are a good brother to me. You could have easily come on today, like eating a Whataburger patty melt, like drinking it. And be like,
I didn't even.
Just sit there eating it in front of me. I mean, granted, Portillo's an hour and a half away. I could make it last. So
it might. You just get two. You get one for the drive home, and then one to shove in my face.
We went there the first night, and Allison went into a shop, and we had just gotten the food. So I had 2 Chicago dogs, and I thought, I'm just going to eat the one now. I'll eat the other one when we're driving. Nope, gone, completely gone. Within like 5 minutes. I'm sure people who walked by my van saw me. They're like, oh my God. Oh my God.
That man, what is he doing to that hot dog?
That bear is wearing people clothes, eating a hot dog. But
you don't understand, people. I haven't had one of these in at least a year.
You don't know. And then you got Ty Guy in the back, like devouring a large chocolate cake shake, eating fries with cheese sauce. And it's just, Allison gets back in. She's like, what happened in here? It's like, you don't want to know. But
we need to go back to Portillo's.
We need to go back now.
We need more.
It's right there. We can go now. Oh, good night. What was it? We were going to go the other day, and they have this restaurant in Central Illinois called Avanti's. And Avanti's it's nice Italian food. Allison's like, let's go there instead. It wasn't that. It was okay. But the kids were like, we could have had Portillo's. Thanks, man. It's like,
That's like it's essentially now the Whataburger of Illinois.
It is.
Like, because you go to any burger restaurant down here at least, and you're like, I could have had Whataburger.
Right. You know,
like, it's the same thing. Like, you go to any restaurant.
I could have had Portillo's.
You could have had Portillo's.
I could have done this. So yeah. So
I mean,
now
it's an hour and a half away, but you could have had it.
it's worth it. It's country driving, so you're fine.
That's true. Yeah.
I love it.
You see some corn, you see some soy. There you go.
You're good to go. Well, Patty Boy, take it easy, and everybody else who's tuning in, take it easy there and back again. We'll see y'all next week.
See y'all soon.
Peace.